It's a beautiful morning at the homestead here. I'm going to be heading over to the cabin in a bit. I just want to do a little update on the success with the birdhouses here. Right from the view from the front porch, I've got 5 active nests going. Right here in this birdhouse here, I've got a little family of wrens. Now this is the birdhouse that you saw me cleaning out back in the winter when I was doing the earlier part of the series. Now down there, those 2 white birdhouses, the closest one's got some wrens in it, and the furthest one's got swallows, and then that house way over there has got some chickadees nesting in it. We'll go down and take a look at that. I don't know if the camera will show it, but there's a little bird sitting on the roof of that house. He just went inside. I can hear a wren singing. I've got a box and a tree in there, so maybe that's what that wren is. So there might be even more active nest. Kind of cool. That's my little screen house there. A nice little homestead here, huh? Not bad. I had started a greenhouse over there, but don't know if I'm going to finish it. Kind of nice place. I'll probably be selling this. It's really more house than I want. I just want to live in a little cabin somewhere. When I built this, I built it more for resale than anything else. Take a walk down here and see what we got going on. Yeah, I think there's a bird in there. There is. See her beak. Anyway, over here, you can see there's a swallow sitting on her box. Yeah, kind of cool. He's just hanging out in the sun. Now let's flash back to some wintertime footage and take a closer look at these boxes. This is a different design. This here is just that kind of flexible drain pipe. It's that fairly flexible drain pipe. This piece of wood here has little nails sticking out, and you squeeze the pipe and it goes into those nails go into the holes, and it just hangs there. Now, I don't know who came up with this design, but it's a really ingenious method. It's very easy to make, and I have a very high success rate with these boxes. See, these boxes face the east, and I get my best success with the boxes that face southeast. Yeah, it's been good. A really good success year with the birdhouses. And at the cabin the same way. Right now, the nesting shelf that I put up on the chicken coop earlier in the year doesn't have anything going on in it, but the ones behind the barn do. I've had some good action. A little screen house again. I'm going to be showing that here soon. Now you can tell the species by the nesting material. This one here is all moss, and this chickadee's living in this house. And the white hair and the fuzz that you see here, that's Frankie's hair that I throw outside for the birds, and the chickadees are using it to line their nests, which is really, really cool. That's awesome. I had thought that these were swallows, but I never came up close to check it out. But that's awesome. And I could hear some wrens a minute ago doing all the chattering, and there's a nest and box up on the maple over here, tucked in the trees there. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. So that's good. I'm pretty certain that all that chattering, that box has got a brood in it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over up by the house I'll show you some more. Now these are just right in view of the house here, like I said. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. I really enjoy the birds when I'm hanging out in that screen house. I got a little fireplace singing in there, and I got a fire going, and the birds are just singing, and the wind chimes are chiming, and it's nice stuff. Good way to soothe the soul, you know. See, this is that house. Whoa, bird just flew out of it. This is that house that I emptied earlier in the spring. Oh, she's angry. She's angry at me. There you go. Hey, little mother hen. I'll leave her alone. I didn't think she was in there. That freaked me out. That's cool though, huh? I love it. I mean, I'm right in view of the house. Yeah, she's not very happy. Then over here, in this little Christmas tree I planted a few years ago. This is one I transplanted. There's a nest right there. A nest of red crown, I think they're red crown sparrow. A little nest. Now see all that fuzz? You see all that fuzz in that nest right there? You see all that fuzzy stuff there? That's Frankie's hair, and he sheds like crazy. And I gather it up and I put it outside, and I watch the birds pick it up and fly off of it and build nests. And I always intended to kind of go look around and see where they use it. And here it is right here. But these are the little red crown sparrows. I believe that's what they are anyway. They're a nice little sparrow bird. They got a red mohawk. And they picked up all of Frankie's hair and lined their nest with that. And that's the coolest thing right there. So Frankie's helping out too, you know. Anyway, this is some really cool stuff. Now this spruce here, it's we got about 2.5 inches of growth already this spring. Now it's over my head here. Now this tree here was about this tall just a few years ago when I planted it. I transplanted it, and I don't know if you're aware, but from this point here to this point here was 1 year's growth. And then last year it grew from here to there. Now that little bit of green up there is this year's growth, and that's going to spurt up, and that'll be at least this distance taller this year. So like you can see, this is a cluster where the branches go around, and that's where it stopped growing last year. And there's the cluster starting from this year. And then next spring, those little pieces there will be new branches like this. And this cluster here, so this it grew from here to here the other year, and then from there all the way down to here was a year. So it's 1 year's growth, 2 years growth, 3 years growth, and then this year it'll be another, 18 inches or so, or maybe 2 feet, who knows. And I got this little guy here that I started. He's on a little slower growth pattern. He only grew this much last year. But that's some pretty good success with the trees I transplanted and with the birdhouses. But let's go over here. There's nothing in that house there. We'll check this one over here. This one had some action earlier in the year. I'll show you what the Phoebes did. They used the box, but a little bit in a unexpected manner. They did the same thing at the cabin too. Oh no, I think Robin's using it now. The Phoebes are all done. Oh, no kidding. Check this out, folks. This is really cool. We got a double whammy going on. When I checked this box, a month ago, there was Phoebes using it, but they didn't nest inside. They built their nest on the roof up here, and they raised a brood. Oh, there's eggs in there. Look at that. Check this out. There's Phoebe eggs right there. Now the robins have moved in. She's over there squawking at me. You see her up there, she's squawking at me. The robins have moved in, and there's eggs in there. Look at that. Phoebe eggs right there, and robin right here with the eggs. That's a first. That's crazy. That's a first for me, man. Yeah. So we got a duplex going on. They're doubling up. Isn't that the craziest thing right there? That is just crazy. There's the robin right there. And there's the Phoebe right there. The Phoebe just, there, see the Phoebe? There she goes. And there's the robin, and they're both scolding me for hanging out near their nest. Oh, it didn't take them very long to settle back into their nest once I left the area. Guess I'll have to get busy building more boxes. They're telling me there's not enough to go around when they have to start sharing them like that. You see, whenever I brush Frankie, I take his hair and I throw it out like that for the birds instead of throwing it in a trash can. Hoping that the birds would use it for nesting material. And as you can see, they do. It's pretty cool. It just makes me feel really good about that, you know, using everything to the max, you know, wasting as little as possible, using stuff, and when I can't use it, I throw it outside, and hopefully nature can. And here's proof is in the pudding here. So we got that just blows my mind with those two nests like that side by side. That's some pretty cool stuff.